Subscribe to our channel, Facebook and Instagram pages. All links can be found in the description below. Teotihuacan. The roads are empty. Everyone is waiting for the fate to move. 2 cycles have been lived. Only an emptiness remains. Cocoa, wood, 2 stones in your hand. It's Lena from Crowd Games. We love to go back to the roots to study history. We have already visited different cities and countries, studied a variety of religions. Now it's time to visit Teotihuacan, meet the Aztecs and study their culture and traditions. In this game, you will take on the roles of descendants of noble families who want to achieve eternal glory. To do this, you will develop Teotihuacan, pray to the gods, and build a majestic pyramid of the sun. After setup, players take turns and perform actions. To do so, they use their workers, who may be free or locked in worship spaces. Do not be surprised, you have understood correctly. The workers here are dice, not the usual meeples. Though in Teotihuacan you do not roll them or rely on luck. You train the workers by performing certain actions. You take a free worker and move it clockwise, 1, 2 or 3 action boards forward, and then make a choice. First, you can collect cocoa. This is the universal currency. With it, you can, for example, unlock workers, perform actions, or pay for the tokens. You take 1 cocoa plus the number of different colored workers on the board. Second, worship. Not all action boards have worship spaces. They are indicated by a thick border and key inside. Here you can either take advantage of the worship and advance on the temple, claim a discovery tile or perform both actions by paying 1 cocoa. To claim a discovery tile, you must pay the price indicated in the top left corner. If no resources are printed, the tile has no cost. Each tile shows either a benefit or a mask. You can use the benefit at any time during your turn, and sets of masks will be scored during every remaining eclipse. Once in a worship space, the worker is locked and remains there until it is unlocked. To unlock all workers at once, you either spend the full turn and unlock them for free, or spend 3 cocoa during your normal turn. Finally, the third option, performing the main action. You can perform a special action on each action board except for the palace. There are 3 action boards that allow you to get resources: wood, stone and gold. And there are boards where you can spend these resources to get victory points and various bonuses. For example, alchemy lets you acquire technologies that will help you get resources, cocoa, temple advances and victory points throughout the game. Nobles let you build a building, score victory points for it, and advance on the Avenue of the Dead track. Construction action board lets you contribute to the construction of the pyramid, and also score victory points, advance on the temples, and on the pyramid track. Decoration action board is where you get decoration tiles for the pyramid, which also provide you with the benefits mentioned earlier. One of the most interesting features of Teotihuacan is powering your workers up. Each time you perform a main action, you increase the strength of 1 or sometimes 2 workers. The stronger the worker, the more wood, stone or gold it can get. But as soon as it reaches the power of 6, it immediately ascends. You advance the light disc on the calendar track by 1, get one of several bonuses, for example, a 4th worker, advance on the tracks and then send a new worker with a power of 1 to the palace board. There are no rounds or phases in the game. All players take turns until the eclipse occurs. It occurs when the light disc on the calendar reaches the dark disc. This white disc advances after each of the last player's turn and after each ascension. As soon as the eclipse begins, all the players count their victory points and many factors are taken into account at that point. Sets of masks, steps on the Avenue of the Dead, and progress on the pyramid track. That is why it is so important to advance along the Avenue of the Dead and other tracks. In the end, it will give you numerous victory points. During the third eclipse, which is the last, Temple bonuses are also taken into account if players manage to reach the penultimate or topmost step of the temple. The player with the highest score wins. The game has incredible replayability. Not only do discovery tiles, royal tiles, technologies, temple bonuses, and pyramid tiles combine differently every time, you can even change the sequence of the action boards using separate boards instead of those printed on the main board. The game is created with great taste and grace. Just look at these pyramid tiles that you used to build the Pyramid of the Sun. They look stunning. Teotihuacan will surprise you with a variety of strategies. Will make you think and will teach you how to set priorities correctly. This is a real gift for fans of the European school games, and Italian game designers in particular. Try it! And if you tried it, please comment and share your impressions. We don't say goodbye. Stay tuned.